Alright, what's going on, everybody? Back again today, and I'm going to try and do another unboxing video. The last one I did didn't really get a whole lot of views, but I kind of enjoyed doing it, and I'm going to try and make the ones that I do from here on out a little smaller. In case you haven't noticed, I kind of moved my filming location for this to kind of display the collection that I have in the back. These are only two of my shelves. This one over here is all Marvel. We got Marvel movie, Marvel Comics, and well, these bottom two are Marvel Comics. And then over here, this is DC, but it's all pretty much comics. Up here we got the New 52. Down here, this is meant to be more like a kind of like a tribute to the DC animated universe. It's mostly Mattel DC figures, DC Universe Classics and such. But there's also I buy the ones that like have their look and costume from the animated universe, the Bruce Timm Paul Dini animated universe. So that's kind of where that shelf is geared towards. And then down here is mostly all of the Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that I've gotten so far. I'm not really a fan of most of them. Most of them are all just, it's a super Batman heavy toy line, and yeah, like I'm hoping for what I want out of this line over here is to be mostly like the DC equivalent of Marvel Legends. And so far it is just so Batman heavy. Like, you got your normal comic book Batmans, and then you've got the Batman game figures, you got the White Knight figures, the Dark Knight's Metal figures. It's just so heavy on Batman that I'm not buying most of it. I'm just not. And plus I really hate the Dark Knight's Metal and that whole story arc and whatnot. But today we're going to be opening up some Marvel Legends. I got a couple more, 4 more that I needed to add to the collection. We'll go ahead and start off with the one that I was most happy to find, and that was the fully flamed up Human Torch. I already have over here on the shelf, you can see over here, it's we've got Mr. Fantastic and Thing, and I have Invisible Woman over there as well. They are the newer versions in their more modern costumes, which is fine by me. That really didn't bother me. And I definitely wanted to get the one that was more modern for the Thing, because the classic version of the Thing doesn't have the 4 insignia on him anywhere. It's just like it's just blue shorts. But the modern costume, he's wearing the 4 insignia of the Fantastic Four. And then for the Human Torch, they have a Johnny Storm figure. He comes with some flame effects, but I really wanted, like, he's the Human Torch. He's if he's not going into action all flamed up, then, you know, what good is he really? So I wanted the flamed up version, and that's what we've got right here. So this is the same body mold that they used for the Bucky cap when the line first came back. They've used it a lot since then. The modern Marvel Now Deadpool uses this body. It's their best just average human body mold. Anytime they're doing a character who just has like an average male human body, this is the one I wish they would go with. And they usually do, other than for a couple figures. But yeah, I'm liking the translucent effect to the plastic. I like how around up here it's got lighter yellow, really showing off like a flame kind of effect going on. And then he's still got the clear 4 insignia on the chest, so that's cool. You can definitely tell how this was kind of like used for other figures. It almost looks like it has a belt, unless it's meant to be like part of his costume, and it's just not, because his costume is supposed to flame up with him but not burn away. So unless that's kind of what they're trying to show off. He's got flame effects going all down the arms, the back, this arm. Pretty cool. Definitely glad I waited to find this one. So now my Fantastic Four is complete. He comes with 2 fireball effects for his hands. And then he also comes with an extra pair of just plain fists, because the hands that he has on him in the box have the flame effects on the hands, which will prevent these from slipping on, I'm guessing. So he has in the box just 2 extra fists, plain fists, that will allow you to slip these on. Since the hands that he comes with already have flame effects kind of like sculpted onto them, I don't know if I'm really going to use these when I put him up on the shelf. I might just kind of display him as is. But yeah, Fantastic Four team complete. As to my knowledge, there still is they've yet to do a, oh, and then this like flame effect for his like back, that comes off, apparently. That's pretty neat. I mean, I'd definitely rather have it on, But yeah, to my knowledge, they have yet to do a what's his name? Ben Richards, the son and the daughter of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. I don't think they've done figures of them yet, but as soon as they do, I will get them. And that's another reason why I kind of got the modern costumes, because I'm pretty sure when they do get around to making the brother and sister, the kids, they're going to be in the modern costume. They're not going to be in the classic costume. And I wanted the whole family to kind of fit. Obviously, this guy could go either way, but glad I got him. The other one I was most excited to pick up was the new Spider-Man. This is supposed to be a Spider-Man from the animated series from the 90s, back when we were all kids. It kind of, I can definitely see how they were going for that, but it can also just double as a normal Spider-Man figure. So yeah, I'll go ahead and crack this guy open. I saw this guy at my local comic book store in our local mall, and there were 2 of them there, but that's not what I was there for. I was there looking for the DC Masters of the Universe Omnibus, which I ended up getting off of Amazon, but they didn't have it at the store, so I was like, should I get Spider-Man instead? And I said, no, I'll save my money for the Omnibus, go back later and get the Spider-Man. Went back a week later, it was gone. But we did a little bit of a drive south today, and went to a couple comic book stores, collectible stores south of us, and it was rewarding because I found the Human Torch, and now I've got this Spider-Man. So right off the bat, I definitely like this body more for Spider-Man. The other one that I have on the shelf, it's just way too like thin in the abdominal area and torso. This is great. I was worried that, like, since it has a lot more articulation than previous Spider-Man figures from Hasbro, I was worried it was going to be really loose and floppy, but it is not. Looks really good. He comes with one alternate head that has a more like classic, almost like Steve Ditko Spider-Man head, and then he also comes with a pair of fists because both of the hands that he has on in the box are the web hands. And that's it for stuff that he comes with. So things I don't like that they're still doing. Hasbro they just will not go the extra mile. Like, so for on this side of the arm, the pegs and the elbow need to be red, but for this side they need to be blue. And they always just choose to go with red pegs and rather than blue. And I'm just like, okay, whichever one you go with, the other side, you need to paint it. Like, just go that extra mile, please. Just go that extra mile and paint the red pegs, please. Other than that though, pretty damn good Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of the universal ab joint, simply because, like, when Spider-Man has this pattern going down the middle, and if you turn him, oh, there, now it just looks weird. So, but that's me being nitpicky about my toys and collectibles and shit. Overall, though, that's a pretty damn good face on that Spider-Man. Seems very well articulated. Get him into a lot of different crazy Spider-Man poses and whatnot. Pretty cool. Yeah, not bad at all. He will definitely be taking that other Spider-Man spot on my shelf. Alright, and then the second figure I was most happy to get, or the third. So I have already in my display for my Avengers, I've got Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, I've got he's not really a real Avenger, I've got Wasp, and I've got Hawkeye. So from my classic Avengers display, depending on which team roster you really go by, the one I go by, it's those 5 plus Black Panther and Black Widow. I'm still looking for a good Black Panther that I want to put in the collection. They had the really retro Black Panther that was from this wave, but it was just a little too classic and retro, not really the look I was going for. So I skipped on him. Oh, and Vision. I still need Vision. Don't yet have a comic book style Vision. But the Fantastic Four is complete. So she's pretty basic. It's just Black Widow in her traditional Black Widow outfit, all black, up to the collar. I really like that better. Like how like there was a Black Widow that came out in a 2-pack with a Hulk many years ago, several years ago, and it just like the when they tried to make like a cartoon comic book depiction of a toy like sexy, it's just weird to me. I don't know why. It's like I don't know. But anyway, this is just her black costume all the way up, turtleneck, gold belt, gold, yellow wrist gadgets, and that's it. And then this almost looks like just a reuse of the Mary Jane head. They made a Mary Jane figure for the Spider-Man wave, and I want to bet this is almost like the exact same head. But I'm never going to get a Mary Jane figure because she's not a superhero. She's just an extra annoying love interest character. And she doesn't belong on a superhero shelf full of other superheroes. And yes, I do have Alfred up there, but anyone who wants to tell me that Alfred's not a superhero, I'll fight you. Anyway, all she really comes with is her 2 pistols that I will probably display her with, and that's about it. So nothing really special here. It's exactly what I expected it would be. But yeah, she's part of the core Avengers team in my books. So especially with like the MCU being what it is in popularity today. So yeah, definitely needed to add her to it. So there she is. And then last but not least, I figured since I had the Fantastic Four complete, I might as well also go ahead and get their #1 villain, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's actually just overall a huge, big, important, relevant Marvel villain overall. He's a Spider-Man villain, he's a Fantastic Four villain, he's been an Avengers villain. Anyone reads, what's it called? Oh no, I was gonna say House of M, but he's not the main villain in House of M. For a while they think it's, spoiler alert, for a while they think it's Magneto, but it's not. It is Quicksilver. I totally prefer this more like retro style packaging and like the kind that came with the Spider-Man figure. This is just a waste of cardboard and plastic. I get it, if you're gonna be packaging it with a bunch of accessories and shit, then probably better, but yeah. So, oh, he's got a cape. That makes my life a little harder. Gotta go ahead and... They never make the hole in the plastic that the cape is stuck through. They never make it big enough to get it out. I always have to like cut it open more, and that way I can pull the cape out. Alright, so here is Doctor Doom. Right off the bat, I really like this like robe skirt type thing that they have on him. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in the camera, but it has got this like texture. You can hear it when I scrape my nail across it. Like it looks awesome. Even though it's just plastic or like soft rubber plastic, it looks like real material. The cape is similar, but not quite the same stuff. The armor and metal he's wearing looks painted very well. It looks real. Like it looks almost like it could be made of real metal. I mean, I can tell you it's not. It's definitely plastic, but it's painted that well. A lot of good detail went into this guy. Like that face sculpt. And he has a gun pouch over here on his belt. Is there an actual gun in it that's removable? There is. The gun in it is actually removable. So he does come with a pistol. Hey, McFarlane Toys. So we all saw what you did with your Grim Knight Batman figure. And yes, I'm going to buy it, but I'm not going to buy it because I want a Grim Knight figure. I'm going to buy it to swap the head with another figure. But you gave that Arkham Knight figure a lot of guns and weapons and shit sculpted onto the body. None of them are removable. That's dumb. Every single one of those guns should have been an extra piece. Look at here. I was worried that this was going to be just a sculpted piece added in there. It's not. It's a totally removable pistol that you can put in his hand. I don't know if I will, but at least I have that option. So out of all of them that I bought today, this is definitely the nicest one. He turned out fantastic. All these puns that I'm making are unintentional, I promise you. Alright, the back of him, he's got like his jetpack boosters coming out of his back. Very nice. So he'll be going right next to the completed Fantastic Four team. The Marvel collection is definitely my most extensive collection at this point. You can't see it, it's off screen over here to my right, but the Masters of the Universe Classics is getting up there. Those things are just so big in size that I've got 10 figures plus plus a Battle Cat on the shelf, and pretty much the entire shelf is full. 10 figures in Battle Cat, and the entire shelf is full. I'm pretty much out of room for that collection, but I still want to buy more. But yeah, so that's my little toy haul today from hunting around for Marvel Legends, Doctor Doom, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and Human Torch. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave me some comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other videos if you want to see like more in-depth looks at these collections. And I'm actually thinking about starting to do like individual videos where I take them all off the shelf, put them on a table, and I just kind of go through them one by one and show them off in a bit more detail. But I do have some room tour videos of my like dork room, my nerd room. So check those out. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and as always, I will see you guys next time.